Right then.
How was that?
60p the pound.
Yep.
The answer's still no. Do your political collecting and you're spouting somewhere else. All I serve is good food and tea.
Providing you got the customers. Put it about you, OK? Mr. Jordan's on the list. You tried to be reasonable about it. Settle the matter democratically. You wouldn't listen.
Oh, I'll listen, all right. But I am not handing out pamphlets. Not in here. Not with the rubbish you print in them. And I'm not selling raffle tickets at £1 each that people are too frightened not to buy. I don't need a load of building workers to make a living. I've run this place for 25 years. I can get by on other customers.
You think so? No. And they won't be back.
His name's Holroyd. He stops jobs. We want you to stop him.
Why me? I'm not a solicitor anymore.
Huh? You don't have to bother about the rules, Holroyd doesn't.
Can we prove that?
But when a foreman had been with you for 20 years suddenly takes a job at half the pay as a warehouseman because someone has set his new car on fire, what more proof do you want?
Up to the police. Facts, evidence, witnesses.
Witnesses?
That's the law.
Look, every building site's a jungle. It's got its own law.
And where does Holroyd operate?
Our biggest job, the crucial one, where else? Called Sedgley. Industrial estate. 27 factories, all with manufacturers lining up to get in, or there were, until Holroyd.
Your money or outside finance?
Both. Banks were lining up as well. We got close on 30 acres of the finest working conditions in the country, provided we can get the buildings put up. The minister brought his own trowel for the foundation stone. That's how good it was. 4 years planning, pre-ordered materials, full union corporation. Then Holroyd.
One man?
Yes, like you. Solo.
And without union corporation?
None at all. Again.
Like me. Disowned, unofficial.
Now, look, I didn't mean...
Nobody does. Why not use the words? I'm struck off. Feelings are for violinists and millionaires. What's this lot costing you?
The Sedgley job 6 months late. Bank overdraft is £1.5 million.
About £200,000 a year in interest lost. You've got good solicitors. Use them against Holroyd.
I've tried. There's nothing I can do.
They're lawyers. I'm not.
No, you're struck off. You're outside the law. Just like Holroyd. Use any rules you like. He does. Look, you stop him. And we're talking about a fee of $15,000.
Month's interest on your current overdraft. Cheap at the price.
I am not asking you to bend the law.
That's good, Sir James.
Just asking you to think about it.
I'll do that. I think about everything. I have to.
Poisoned. What do you know about this?
Sergeant, every time anything happens on this job, right down to somebody's tea can missing, I'm first in line.
That's right.
Why would I want to poison a dog?
Well, why would you want to do a lot of things?
Well, it's true I don't like dogs wandering about at night. Say one of the lads forgot something, had to get back for it. Or a couple of kids get in, just playing like. I wouldn't chance him. Can I get back to work now?
Oh, yes, Father. I can give Mr. Maine chapter and verse. I only hope it's up to date. Last week we lost 3 concrete machines because sand had accidentally got into the fuel lines. Just had a phone call from Carter.
Oh?
Another guard dog poisoned. That makes 4. Which makes it a lot easier for things to disappear at night, especially if you need them in a hurry the following day.
Well, somebody's got to know something. Now, you pull enough weight in this area to get the police jumping about.
We've got the best copper in the district. He's helpless too.
Can I see him?
Yes, easily.
What about the night shift on Section 5?
Ticking like a clock and happy.
Oh, thank God for that. First factory we've got finished. Sorry, carry on.
Tell me again about the union attitude. How much of this is official?
None at all. Talk to George Allen, the area secretary.
Violence, intimidation, mob rule, and you say nothing at all can be done within the framework of the law.
You've talked to my father. Our next step could be bankruptcy. If the law had been any use, don't you think we'd have used it? Here, some light reading for you. A dossier on the 72 strike. Bricks through living room windows, van drivers half-blinded, coachloads of pickets travelling up and down the country.
Fact or theory, Mr. Darren?
Fact, Mr. Maine. Threatening telephone calls. Firms offering police protection. Wives pleading with their husbands to stay at home, all authenticated.
And never any witnesses willing to testify.
Yeah, perhaps half a dozen. But that leaves you with over 1 million men still too frightened to talk.
Very nice. Real business efficiency. Now, you can hand them out.
Half the herbs on this site don't believe anything unless they read it in the Cork Examiner.
They will if you explain it. We'll cover your own piece rate, so take your time.
The foreman in Section 8 got a bit stroppy the last time I did it.
He's fallen off a ladder since then. Besides, it's a perfectly legitimate request within the framework of organised negotiation. The night shift on Section 5 was an agreed experiment. It failed.
Who says so?
I do. We do.
I don't see that. They're pulling down 3-figure pay packets.
Organised exploitation, brother. A minority are taking good money to shorten the jobs of all of us. 5% of the workforce got lucky. So we explain this. Especially to the other 95%. Plus work undercover, mobile canteens, the lot. No contract can afford an aristocracy.
Well, some of them aren't our lads. They're blueprint rollers putting in machinery.
We might take some of it out again. Parity of effort, Yorkie. If their conveyor belt fixers are pushing our finishing trades, it's unfair sweat.
For money.
And for the bosses.
Our lot aren't complaining.
No, I am. They're too tired. This is an industrial estate with 27 factories. Get one of them into production and what have you got? 26 other optimistic factory gaffers and Darren buys another racehorse. So we'll stop the night shift.
When?
Let's say it's Thursday. But it better be tonight. Anybody in the boozers will be a hard case. Drinking a bit desperate, short on rations and subs, waiting for tomorrow's wages. There ought to be enough of them to organise a peaceful and democratic protest about differentials. I'll tell you what you do. You put it about quietly when you hand the leaflets out. Then you clock out. Go and see Wally at Regal Excursions. Tell him we want 2 big charabancs for about 9 tonight at the Grapes and the Swan. Then you go and open a kitty with the landlords. We'll need some beer money in advance. 80 quid should be enough. And 20 for Wally. Tell him we'll fix the drivers and the petrol. Yeah, I don't like breaking up night shifts. Interferes with me sleep. I'll see you tonight.
2135. No, Mr. Main's not here. We're expecting him soon. Yes, he'll ring you.
Who was that?
Gilbraith, the state agent.
Oh.
The one who thinks he can pick David's brains for the price of an expense account meal. Oh, thanks. You keep busy, don't you?
That was your Walter Clegg ex-policeman voice.
Natural nosiness. I was born with it. Don't you ever get tired?
Tiredness is for people who aren't organised. That's why I left Peter Findon. His idea of practicing law was never do today what you can put off till tomorrow. And that way you can charge the client waiting time. Now, I'm organised. I work for a fruit wholesaler from 6 to 3 and come in here for the rest of the day as secretarial cook and bottle washer.
Plus weekends. As I said, you keep busy.
And you are persistent. So I'll answer your question. My divorce is through. I'm now in a limbo where I can look at failure. Mine. I dislike waste, so I keep busy. I could go home to Norway, accept failure and sympathy. But not yet. Not till I'm ready. And you know very well why I spend so much time here. We're all the same. On the outside. Waiting.
I wonder if your ex-husband knows what he's lost.
He knows exactly. Something he didn't want.
What did you say the fee was?
15,000.
Money for our rope.
No, Walter. Not for us. I've talked to the chairman and his son. I'll talk to the union boss and a bright policeman. Then I'll make out a nothing report, put in for 2 days' expenses, and walk away.
Why? I can get a job on this Sedgley contract, watch it for a couple of weeks, dig up the proof, stand in the box and give evidence. Oh, rope.
Let's see what the experts have to say first.
Mr. Main, I've been a union official for 25 years. Building work's dirty and it's dangerous. Its accident history's a disgrace. And you can still get your cars at half an hour's notice. You've got subcontractors on the lump who have got less social conscience than the average gorilla. And bosses who don't care how many men get maimed, provided the job gets finished in time.
So you don't blame Holroyd too much?
Only his methods. I can understand his motives, agree with them. But if I was on Holroyd's side, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. I've put too many years in getting good agreements with the employers. Now, we're as worried as Darren's.
The agreements aren't any good unless both sides keep them. Is there anything wrong with the pay scale at Darren's?
Not a thing. Negotiated and honoured. And good bonuses.
So, where's the motive for holding the job up?
Mr. Clegg, if I knew the answer to that, I'd roll along to 10 Downing Street and push it through the door. Then everybody's problem would be over.
Political, eh?
Some of it. Some of it personal. Psychological, if you want to get among the big words. A talent for destruction, if you like. It's still a talent.
How would I go about getting a union card?
I'll get you one. Temporary, mind. Darren's is a good firm. I'm sorry I can't do more.
Thanks for telling me, Inspector. Are they still there? I see. Thanks again. Mystery trips again. 2 coachloads of the boyos with pick handles. They've just stopped the night shift.
That's right. What's the excuse this time?
Inadequate sanitary and canteen provisions.
Look, we've got 2 mobile vans out there. Hot meals a lot.
Not good enough. According to Holroyd.
Before we start, Mr. Main, I'd like to know why a struck-off solicitor should be involved with industrial troubles.
When they strike you off, it doesn't mean they rub your brains out as well.
The Darrens have got good solicitors.
Mm-hmm. Specialists.
So what can you do that they can't? And I'm just asking.
Nothing, probably.
But if there is, I hope you'll let me know. If anybody's cutting corners, I'll find out sooner or later.
Until I get more facts in, I don't even know where the corners are. The minute I do, I'll tell you. And, Sergeant, struck off isn't the same as crooked.
Sorry. Police files. On loan only, 24 hours. Don't copy them.
Who's cutting corners now?
I'm stretching the rules. There's about 30 incidents. Intimidation, Assault, machinery sabotage, spread over 18 months. Now, the assault victims are long gone and left quietly. They didn't see anything, they didn't hear anything. And there have also been some formal complaints from Holroyd. We've had him in for questioning a few times, and he's worried about his reputation.
Have you tried to pinch him?
For what? He distributes pamphlets, he organizes protests. He's got 1,500 men on that site who listen to him even when he talks in his sleep. Democracy is the watchword, and you can't pinch him for that any more than the unions can disown him. No, he's clean.
Unless you move somebody in who'll stand up in court later. Me, for instance.
Well, that's up to you. Well, planted spies, that's not police business. In fact, I didn't even hear you.
No, he's just thinking out loud, with his feet. No, Walter.
It's good advice, Mr. Clegg. I should stay on the outside if I were you. They can play very rough.
You make it sound like on the waterfront. It couldn't happen here.
All I can say, Mr. Darren, is I'm very sorry. There was a peaceful demonstration on our part in support of our colleagues and brothers. We were admitted peacefully. Whoever did this, I don't know. It could have been local rowdies. There was a mob of them here. The moment the police arrived, we cooperated fully in attempts to restore order. Isn't that right, Sergeant?
So they told me. And they issue you with a whistle.
We'll need to double office staff for a month to clear this lot up. Cards, tax forms, all the red tape and paper.
I'm afraid I shall have to ask for a check on insurance cards, Mr. Darren. They're worth a lot of money these days. And if any of the lads want to move on, they won't want to be stuck for £30 or £40 for stamps they've already paid for. Besides, it's the law. Cards up to date.
I know about the law, Holroyd.
I know you do, Mr. Darren. I wasn't trying to remind you.
When did he leave?
About 2 hours ago. I don't think you could have stopped him.
I'd have liked a chance.
He said he was afraid of that. He said not to worry. He also said it was worth a lot of money.
For old rope.
Walter's not a fool. And he doesn't take risks.
He did once.
And that's what got you struck off. And that's what he feels guilty about. And that's why he wants to earn the money. It's not an excuse. Just take some of the load. And there hasn't been much work coming in lately.
Well, all I can do is chew my nails and pray.
And step in when it's needed. Will you give me dinner next Friday, the 17th?
Is there any special reason? Sorry, that was silly. I owe you dinners for a year, and yes, Inga, of course I will.
Good. I'll make the arrangements.
This union card's only temporary.
It's still good enough.
How do we know that?
I'll make a phone call. You can find out.
Not on this phone, you won't. It takes money, but it's private.
Clegg, is it?
Yes.
But one of the subcontractors on concrete placing?
You work the lump, you work the lump.
How much are they charging for tax exemption certificates in the boozers these days?
More than they used to.
It's marvellous, indeed. I wish I was self-employed. Change your name once a year. Take your wages net. Pay the tax man who promises.
Well, we can't all be respectable.
Oh, I'm not blaming you. All the lump boys on this job cooperate. They don't need any more trouble.
Most of them buy raffle tickets.
All of them, you mean?
Fair enough.
No, Charlie. Folding money. £1 each. Take a couple.
What's the price?
Sometimes it's a half bottle of whiskey.
Sometimes. Where were you before this?
Aberdeen, North Sea stuff, 18 months of it.
All that?
There's a spot of bother.
Oh? Which Nick?
Barlini.
Glasgow porridge. You weren't lucky.
Oh, can I start work now?
Sure. I see you're on Section 8. They've a light hoist over there they don't use very much. We want 30 or 40 foot of chain off it.
What happens if they need the hoist?
They can climb ladders, can't they? If he were ever involved in it, we're right side of cell bars. There's a smell about him. Check with Sammy up at Ardine, eh?
We've got hundreds of wanderers up there.
Ah, and we know most of them. Especially if they hang about for 18 months.
Hey! Where is Section 8? What? Which way is Section 8?
Oh, by the big gantry, where the mud is. Your first day, then?
Yes. I just seen Holroyd.
Oh, yeah?
Bit of a Gestapo around here, isn't it? Who runs the job?
I never ask. Just keep your nose clean and your mouth shut, and you don't buy any problems.
Thanks.
Sir James, I've been asked to bring this up officially. Unless I can get an assurance from you that all insurance cars will be replaced or a sum of money set aside with this union to indemnify against loss, you'll have a full stoppage in your hands.
But, George, they set fire to the bloody site office. It's not our fault. And not an accident. Whose side are you on?
Nobody's. The grievance is legitimate. Procedures laid down. I've no choice.
What sort of money are you talking?
10,000. Insurance cars are your responsibility. Any use saying I'm sorry?
Not much. You know, we ought to be building drains so we can pour the money down them.
Thanks, George. Well, Mr. Main, any ideas? Any solutions?
Well, if the stamps were bought by cheque, the authorities may accept this as proof of purchase. If not, your own insurance company should cover you when the records are sorted out.
Oh, yes, they'll love that. They haven't had a claim in from us for at least 2 weeks. Our premiums look like the telephone number. Well, you know what I want to do.
Now I'm inclined to agree with you.
We've got half a dozen good building sites up and down this country. I can lay my hands on 50 men who've worked for us for years. I want to move them in quietly. I want to pick one Saturday night and I want to shift Holroyd and his lackeys using their rules. I want to pick the pub, pick the argument, and listen to the ambulance bells ringing for him, for once. That's exactly what I'm going to do now.
If you do that, you're a fool. These are men you say you trust. All you do for them is land them in jail. You'll have witnesses forming queues to testify, and the least of their worries will be perjury. And it's probably what Holroyd expects you to do. He can shout private armies at you and then strip your housing jobs of good tradesmen the day after. Is that what you want? Make the call.
If you've got any sense, you'll scold your chops getting that down and not come back.
I don't like hot tea.
I don't like this under the counter, neither. But I'm keeping this place open, empty or not.
Then why the warning?
You're new. It isn't your fight. You can't do anything.
What did you do wrong?
I wouldn't sell raffle tickets. I wouldn't stock newspapers. Wouldn't lend them a back room to keep a duplicating machine in. I run a cafe, not a strike office.
That's quite a row of ruins.
Eh? Oh, we're quite a war. I bought this place with the money they give me afterwards. And I didn't fight it so people like Holroyd could give me orders. Eh? I tried to tell you.
You should have a nice lining stale bread by now.
I can always feed the ducks.
That's all you'll be feeding.
We don't use this place.
I've told him that.
Good.
Thanks.
We're still waiting for that chain.
I need the address of Plank's lodgings, Mr. Main. It's very important. Have you heard from him?
Well, no, but Miss Lindstrom may have done. Which address did he give the site manager?
Well, this one. That's why I'm here.
You could have found him on the site, couldn't you?
What a new face. 1,500 men, 70 acres of mud, and nobody answering any questions. Not a chance.
Oh, there's an address here. 15 Balaclava Street.
Sergeant Mackenzie, get a car round to 15 Balaclava Street and wait for somebody called Walter Clegg. Now, pull him in on any excuse you like. I just want him somewhere safe. I'm sorry about the panic, but some of our friends have been making some very peculiar inquiries round and about.
How'd you know?
Well, if somebody uses a telephone all the time, it's amazing what happens if somebody listens to it. Well, not me, of course, just the GPO and a routine check.
I've heard of your line of policemen. Never met one before. The politicals.
It's just like vice, or drugs, or juveniles. They all need specialists.
No, you don't sound very enchanted with it.
It's a living. I just like it a bit more clear-cut, that's all. I check the affiliations, watch the same old faces at the demos, find out who comes from where, try and push the deportation orders through the thick sausage machine we call a free society. Rob a bank and you're a criminal. Rob a company of $1 million in lost production and you're a public-spirited militant. It's a funny thing, language. No, thank you, and don't worry about Clegg. He'll be all right now.
Thanks. Same old story. Nothing beats good information.
Here it is. Still don't know what you want it for.
Well, wait and find out. You never had much of a worry to go home anyway, are you?
Well, home, the lodgings I've got.
You should be used to the six-in-a-room pigsties this industry lives in by now. We all are.
Well, maybe the neck made him fussy.
You can give us a hand. Cut the chain up. Bit's about 1 foot long.
What for?
We call it occupational therapy.
I'm impressed. I may take photographs and sell them to the glossies for a fortune.
Thank you.
But this begins to look like the earliest dinner on record. Most places are still washing up after tea.
It's a 68-minute drive. Yes? Thank you very much. The car will be here in half an hour.
Fine. And now somebody can tell me about the special occasion.
Later.
Where do these get used? Or is it a secret?
Oh, it's no secret. Got a stroppy haulage firm. Sends its own labourers to do the unloading. Gaffer likes a quick turnaround on the wagons. Now lads lose waiting time.
So they drive out over these, eh? Tires are expensive, and you don't get a fast turnaround when they're flat.
Very astute.
The luggage is there. We'll be down in a minute. Don't look so worried. I packed overnight bags for you often enough when I was looking after your children. I haven't left anything out.
It begins to look like it.
Right. I'll shove off them.
Have a drink first. Labourer's worthy of his hire. How do you like the job?
It's not bad. Softer than Ardine.
You've never been near Ardine. Or any other building site come to that.
How do you think I got these?
Gardening. 84 Melrose Crescent, Seven Oaks. Second prize in last year's Rose Show. God, you need a keeper. It's always twice as easy to check up on coppers or ex-coppers. All you need is an eager secretary in the pensions department. Your name's Walter Clegg. You retired from police force 4 years ago. You used to work for a solicitor called David Main before he was took off. You've got 2 grown-up children, both married, and 5 grandchildren. Your favourite's called after you. Walter. He's 10. He goes to Victoria Road School. And on the way, he crosses a junction at Netherfield Avenue. He's very busy. And sometimes little kids get knocked down by fast cars. So you keep your trap shut, won't you? Otherwise, you'd have a dead grandson. The inquest would call it hit and run. Death by misadventure. But you'd know better, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would.
So you keep your trap shut. Even when they talk to you in hospital. Because you're going to have a good hiding, copper. Oh, no, not here.
Now, you hire your dirty work. We outside in the dark. About 5 to 1, all bought and paid for.
You asked for it.
All right. I used to be a good copper. I still am. I know the ropes, all of them. And if anything happens to anybody belonging to me, I'll find you. I'll kill you. Believe it. Hey! Over here. This is one night you're going to earn your money.
It may influence the choice of liqueurs, so now tell me, what have we just celebrated? Or are about to celebrate?
The day I organised this, last week, was your birthday. The mail was bills and circulars. The callers were a policeman, a union official. And from a daughter and a stepdaughter, you battle and connive to keep at expensive schools? Nothing.
It's just as well. I wouldn't want them growing up sentimental.
Words. And the smile hiding them. And from your ex-wife and your father-in-law? Nothing.
Flowers on a grave, too high to reach across.
Watching you that day was like looking into a mirror, seeing the way I live. Closed in, a clockwork woman, not reaching, not touching. There has to be something else.
Baby, it's cold outside. And the thought was pure honeysuckle, Inge, and I thank you for it. But I don't need help or warmth or love or charity. I'm the clown who puts money in collecting boxes. I never rattle them.
No, but you should. I'm doing. Anything else is waste.
Or the old fear of commitment. To the permanent huddling together most people regard as absolute. But the confetti floats on puddles, and the organist's next engagement is a funeral.
No commitment. No permanence. Perhaps not even love. Not for me. I have a straw man of an ex-husband who used all those words, then taught me they didn't exist. Then I watched you survive, and that was lesson 1.
And now you're signing on for lesson 2?
We both are. An end of waste. And this is a single ticket back to Norway. For me. Tomorrow. And today is my birthday.
Right, radio for an ambulance, and then get David Main.
I'll survive. What about the others?
Well, 3 men were admitted as casualties to a hospital 20 miles away. And the 2 who brought them in said it was a private fight.
Would you recognize them?
No, he wouldn't. Walter, how much do they know about you?
A lot. Where I live, where the grandchildren go to school.
You get police protection.
Have you got any children, Mr. Darren?
3.
And would you risk it?
I can identify them, and I'll testify. Then it's up to me.
No, it isn't. It's my turn. Sergeant, I must tell you that Mr. Clegg does not wish to prefer charges. He is not willing to testify or give any evidence of any kind.
I could argue with that.
You argued once before, and look where it got you. We'll do it my way. It'll be faster, more efficient, and it'll be very, very permanent.
Like a friend of yours, is he?
Yes, Mr. Holroyd. Used to work for me.
Oh. You must be the big shot lawyer down on his luck.
Something like that.
Did you hear about your friend's accident?
Accident?
It had to be. Otherwise, it's against the law.
That's right.
If you've any time for the law, it's all a bit complicated for me. Judge, jury, 200 pages of close print. If you want summit, there are faster ways of getting it.
For a time.
We tried your way, and time ran out. We worked wet through in mud and griped in whispers. And if the gaffer heard the whisper, we got the sack, cards and out. Then the good times. Labour shortage. We could talk then, but not too loud and not for too long. Look at the employer's blacklist. But now it's different, brother. Enough is enough. Now we're shouting.
Some of you are.
The bright ones. You've seen a good dog turn 500 sheep.
When he's trained for it.
And when is necessary, that me. This is the country's biggest industry. It maims and kills more people every week than mining and engineering put together. Have you ever heard of one solicitor killed at his desk? Just one. Never mind a dozen a week every week.
No, but I've never heard of solicitors setting up intimidation and beatings either.
No. They strike you off. They've been organised long enough to be polite.
Why the justification, Holroyd? Why waste the dialectic on me?
Just keeping in practice. I like trying to explain in foreign languages. I like visitors from the other know-nothing, soft-handed planets. You, gaffers, politicians. And there's nothing any of you can do.
I can. I tell you something, Holroyd. Within 3 months, you'll be in prison. I'm going to put you there. And I won't break a single rule. Now, you play your system, and I'll play mine. And mine's been there a lot longer.
I'm a policeman, Jared, and therefore I am supposed to cooperate with inquiry agents. And yours is about the one set up in the country I've got any time for. That's the only reason I'm here.
Spare me the flowers. What's the job?
It's a man called Holroyd.
We'd better wait for Maine.
Will you be paying the bill?
Probably, when I've heard the proposition.
Ah, hello, Peter. You make good time.
When you say panic, I move.
And you're here, Sergeant, because I've found the corners. I'm not going to cut any, but I'm going to go round them in a hurry. Peter, I need 18 men, 24 hours a day, for probably the next 2 weeks.
We don't rob banks, and that's about what it would cost.
10,000?
About that.
Right, you're on. There's a man called Joe Holroyd. Now, he's probably had the name for about a year and a half. He's a wrecker. I can get photographs, and I can get his present insurance card number. I want you to cover every major building firm in this country that's had any dispute at all over the last 5 years. I want personnel managers talked to. I want to know what other names Holroyd's been using. I want to know how long he was on the jobs and where he lived. There'll be gaps in the insurance cards. I want Social Security told about it. Then I want the banks visited. Holroyd's been taking about £400 a week in illegal raffles. Now, some of that he's had to live on while he sets up wrecking crews, but there'll be solid bank deposits with interest in about half a dozen names that the income tax don't know about. I want those listed and detailed.
Bank managers aren't usually very talkative, not unless you push a subpoena under their noses.
Oh, just yes or no, did this man have an account here and when?
Yes, well, they're not likely to tell you that.
Well, they will if you offer to put money into it. If he's ever owned a motor car, I want to know about it. You've got enough pull to get into police stations. I want full details on that as well. Has he got a record or hasn't he?
The answer to that's no, I've checked.
Now, there's half a chance he's been married under one of the names, and there's a woman somewhere squawking for maintenance and living on Social Security. I want you to go through the building industry with a tooth comb, and I want you to do it in a hurry.
I may have to go outside for some of the men.
But just make sure they know their jobs.
Mr. Main, are you sure that all this is quite legal?
Well, it's not as stringent as the intensive personal vetting that every senior civil servant goes through, and only a little less thorough than the routine check put on every recruit who wants to join the police force, but it is legal.
Thanks.
Now, is there anything I can do?
Go and chat to Holroyd twice a week. Keep on his back. See the health inspector, close his lodgings down, keep him on the move. I want Holroyd needled. I want him harassed, I want him off balance, and angry. And then I want him fired.
We tried that about a year ago. He shouted victimization and stopped the job for 2 weeks. We had to take him back again.
That was last time. This is now.
What did he want? Red tape. Some clerk with nothing better to do than ask questions about my driving licence.
I didn't know you had a car.
I don't, not now. What do you want?
How do you know I want anything?
Look, this is the second time this week. I work here. I'm not an information bureau.
Well, it won't take long. Remember those 3 fellas used to work on this site? Had a fight, landed in a hospital. Now the site manager tells me they've left. Do you know where they went?
How should I know?
Well, I'm just asking. You seem to know most things.
Wait! You're wanted on the phone in the office. Someone called Jarrett.
Never heard of him.
Says he knows you.
Becoming very popular these days, Mr. Holroyd.
I like the idea. I like it very much.
Well, you should stay in that bed another week. You can't join everything.
I can try. I still think you'd have been better off to let me testify.
No, you don't, Walter. Not really.
You used to believe in rule of law.
I still do. I also believe in the apathetic society. They read about it in the newspapers and they don't really believe it's happening. Unless it gets drastic and people start throwing bombs. Then they'll shout, then they'll agree to suspend rule of law. Until they do, we take a creaking piece of machinery and move it forward slowly and hope that it'll flatten Holroyd.
What are you doing with that lot?
Shifting our gear.
We haven't got time to look for new lodgings.
We've got to. The sanitary inspector's been round and closed Old Mother Woods down.
Why, dozens of lodging houses just as crummy.
She thinks it's because we live there. I was lucky enough to get out with this stuff. What's in the letter?
Private.
Well, there are some nice, interesting gaps. I should think he owes about 200 quid in insurance stamps. Oh, most of the banks have been cooperative. Our friend seems to have handled quite a bit of money in his time.
On deposit with interest?
Yes, fortunately.
Well, that'll be good news for the Inland Revenue.
The nicest thing is an ex-wife and a couple of kids. That's when he was calling himself Greaves in Newcastle. The lady's been on assistance for the past 4 years, and she's angry. So the Social Security people... Oh, I spilled that one. Was that all right?
Yeah, that was fine.
They said they'd send an investigator around this morning.
So, now's as good a time as any. So, James, I want you to telephone the site and ask your son to sack Holroyd in an hour's time, exactly. That's 5 minutes before the beginning of the lunch break. Before he does that, I want you to block off access to the site office. Walter, find Traherne, tell him what we're doing.
And that we have reason to believe there might be a disturbance.
Why block off the site office?
Because I want friend Holroyd on the public highway.
You can't sack me, Darren, and you know it. Boss's son or no.
I am doing. And I want you off this site immediately.
Just for the record, why am I being given the bullet?
Because we're not getting value for money. You're supposed to be a maintenance fitter. All I do is take telephone calls for you. And every day this week there's been somebody in the site office wanting to see you. Now, I know you've got personal problems, but we've got a contract to finish.
I think you set up those phone calls. And I think you set up the visitors. And I think I know the reason. I'm calling it victimisation, Darren. So I'll call a meeting and I'll stop this job. I'm being persecuted for the simple reason I want better working conditions.
Well, hold your meeting if you like, but not on this site. Now, get out.
You uniform monkeys lay hand on me, they know what'll happen. Don't chance it, Charlie. Yorkie, spread the word. Main gate, 5 minutes. Take the Ganderson with you. And as you see, Mr. Darren, and again for the record, I'm leaving peacefully and registering only a verbal protest.
If your calculations are wrong, Mr. Mayor...
They're not.
I said if. If they're wrong, this company will almost certainly go bankrupt.
Now the rest of you can go home! Now the rest of you can go home or back to work! Or what the hell you want? The meeting is over!
Now get him out of here fast.
On what charge?
I'll sort that out at the station. Now don't play lawyers with me.
Well, he did exactly what you said he'd do. Dead sure of himself. Angry. There must have been, 500 people there. He stood on a dump truck platform and told him he was going to wreck the job.
Well, he's done that before. I still think we're helpless. I don't see what we're going to achieve, except more and bigger trouble.
The police solicitor says it'll work.
What'll work?
Well, you tell him it gets a bit too complicated for me.
Well, it's still compromised, We should be able to get Holroyd on all the big ones. Intimidation, arson, blackmail, extortion. Shut the door on him for 40 years. But for that you need witnesses. So we've got him on an apple-pinching charge instead.
But at least we've got him.
Oh, come on, how?
Well, Section 5 of the Public Order Act 1936 was amended by Section 7 of the Race Relations Act 1965. Quote, any person who in any public place or at any public meeting uses threatening, abusive or insulting words or behaviour with intent to provoke a breach of the peace or whereby a breach of the peace is likely to be occasioned shall be guilty of an offence.
Well, that doesn't sound like very much.
Police witnesses?
Dozens of them.
So, there'll be a Section 1 committal in Magistrates' Court from written statements, and Holroyd goes up for trial at the Crown Court.
Mr. Holroyd, the clerk of the court has put the charge to you, and you have refused to plead. I am therefore asking you again. Do you plead guilty or not guilty?
I refuse to plead, sir.
On what grounds, Mr. Holroyd?
It was a normal industrial dispute involving victimisation, and it followed quite normal procedure. It happens every day, Your Honour. And I don't think this court is competent to try an industrial dispute.
In other words, Mr. Holroyd, you say you haven't committed an offence.
That's about it.
Enter a plea of not guilty, Mr. Associate.
I'm not pleading anything.
You don't have to, Mr. Holroyd. I've just done it in your name. The prosecution will now present its case.
Yes, the stuff is still coming in. If Holroyd ever goes down, he'll have more visitors than a brewery opening. Unpaid fines on motoring offences, inland revenue on a self-employed fiddle, that was in 1970. Oh, yes, and a coach hire firm that he was using to move his pickets round and still owes money to.
Did you check on his pounder ticket raffles?
Oh, yes, they're standard on half a dozen jobs. Once he's inside, you could get witnesses.
Tell Traherne.
Right.
We may as well throw a conspiracy charge at him.
Well, I shall feel happier once I've heard the result of the case.
Joseph Holroyd, you have been found guilty on what I can only describe as overwhelming evidence. This is plainly a serious case of its nature. Indeed, I would have thought that the facts elicited in this court might have merited more serious charges. I see no alternative but to sentence you to the maximum prescribed by Parliament. You will go to prison for 12 months. You will pay a fine of £500 and £250 towards the prosecution costs. Let him be put down.
Now we can all get back to work.
I hope so.
Oh, we're very grateful.
Yes.
But surely there must be something wrong with the law. I mean, that we should be so helpless that we should have to go to these lengths.
There's always something wrong with the law. Always will be. The only comfort is that law exists, and sometimes it gets changed before too much damage is done. Sometimes.
Get this shovel swinger off the phone. If he wants to gamble, he can put his bets on during the dinner break. Come on, you. Off.
What makes it any of your business? You've never bothered before. We're finished in this job. Joe Holroyd's inside and there's nobody running it.
Oh, yes, there is. Me. Who do you think ran Holroyd?